My name is Margie Salmons, and I'm Assistant Rotary Coordinator for District 6060, 6460, 6490, and 6510. I'm hosting this evening for Julie. Last month, we explored great ideas for introducing potential members to Rotary through events like Rotary Discovery Hour or Rotary National Hour. Our Assistant Coordinator, Julie McCloy, recently put one of these ideas into action while working to launch a champion club. She shared that it was easy to organize and very well received by the attendees. Now, Julie is challenging each of you to host a Rotary Discovery Hour before the end of this Rotary year. Many of us across the district has recently wrapped up Presidents-elect training or Presidents-elect learning. Julie has heard from several of you that clubs are facing challenges in encouraging members to step into leadership roles. That's why tonight's focus is centered on training and learning opportunities to help support and strengthen leadership development within your club. I'd like to start by reminding you about the Rotary Learning Center. JD is going to go ahead and bring the slide up about the valuable training opportunities available. This is a self-paced online format. To get started, you simply log into My Rotary. From the home screen, simply scroll down to find quick and easy access to 6 key sections of the Rotary website, including the Learning Center. Once you enter the Learning Center, you'll find a wide range of topics to choose from. For tonight's focus, my personal favorites are the club leadership and membership sections. I have also highlighted professional development, which is where you'll find all the Toastmaster courses. As you explore each section of the Learning Center, you'll find a variety of courses available. The leadership section offers 26 different courses, while the membership section offers 19. In the membership section, for example, courses cover topics ranging from membership engagement and attraction to starting a new club. Each course includes an estimated completion time. Most range from 15 minutes to just an hour. The best part is you can start a course and then you can pause and you can come back to it later. It's whatever convenient for you. Personally, when I start a course, sometimes it really don't take the amount of time that's indicated on the screen. They go a lot faster than actually identified. The Rotary International Learning Center truly offers a wealth of valuable resources. Well, tonight, we're speaking of Toastmasters. We're excited to join tonight by a representative from Toastmasters, learning opportunities and how Toastmasters is going to offer to us as Rotarians. Dan Woods, a member of the Effingham, Illinois Noon Rotary Club, is with us from District 6490 in Zone 31. So Dan, could you start by telling us how you first got involved with Toastmasters?
I'm sure. Thanks, Margie. Appreciate being here with all of you and appreciate Julie inviting me. I've been a member of Toastmasters in Effingham for about 10 years and a Rotarian for about 25 years. Much of my career was in hospital leadership, and it's probably about 10 years ago now, maybe 11 years, when I had given a keynote address to the annual Employee of the Year banquet that our Chamber of Commerce hosts. Thought I did a pretty good job. I had a lot of speaking opportunities throughout my career. Yet afterwards, as often, people would come up and say, hey, thank you, appreciate your comments, some small talk. And then a gentleman approached me, and I knew him, an older gentleman. He was a retired city engineer from the city of Effingham. And he said, Dan, wow, that was a great talk. You're such a good speaker. And then he said, you should join Toastmasters. And I thought, I knew Toastmasters was about public speaking, and I didn't know a whole lot. I knew a little bit. And then my ego jumped in, and I thought to myself, well, if he just told me I'm such a good speaker, why do I need Toastmasters? And I asked him that, and Dale was his gentleman's name. He was pretty quick, and he says, oh, no, Dan, Toastmasters could use you. So he played right to my ego on that one. So
Great.
Short story, he invited me to a meeting. Toastmasters clubs, like Rotary meeting, you can go as a guest if you're invited by someone. Our particular club doesn't have meals, so there's no cost at all to have a guest come. So I attended a meeting and realized that if I'm out here, and at that point I'd begun doing leadership coaching, I lead some peer groups for company CEOs. I thought, well, they're reaching out for me because they want to continue to learn and improve their skills. I absolutely need to do the same thing for me.
Sure.
So that's really what led me to join Toastmasters, and I'm really glad that I did.
Well, wonderful. So what type of skills do you feel Toastmasters focus on?
Toastmasters really has two primary focuses. One is in communication skills, as the name
Sure.
derives from. And Toastmasters, like Rotary, is over 100-year international organization now. But it was founded by a gentleman who wanted to help, primarily at that time, young men become better in public speaking. If he thought if they're going to be leaders, they need to learn how to speak. So communication is one, and then the other track is really focused on leadership skills.
Wonderful. So as we know, there's some courses in our Learning Center about Toastmasters. So how can those courses help our Rotarians to grow and develop?
Well, I think a number of ways. There are actually 8 courses in the Learning Center that you were just shown on the screen that Rotarians can access, that Toastmasters worked with Rotary right before COVID hit. So they've not been very publicized as much. But 4 of those courses are in communication skills, 4 are in leadership skills. And I think of my club, my Rotary Club, every meeting we have a program. That program might be someone talking about their vocation. It may be this last week, we had 30 high school students who were getting academic athletic awards. We have a different program every week. Sometimes the speakers are not very good. Their topic is something we want to learn about, yet their skills are not that great. And often it's a Rotarian, or a Rotarian is the program chair, even just to introduce that speaker. There are skills that any of us can learn to make that not just smoother, but to really respect the person who's typically volunteered his or her time to come and speak. I think that's one. The leadership skills are great, from learning how to chair a meeting, maybe things that are similar in the PETS program, um, and some of those things when you're working in Rotary leadership, to help someone chair a meeting, to help someone lead a committee. I've chaired our local scholarship committee for our Rotary Club for many years. There's courses on collaboration, consensus building, leading a team, those sorts of things that anyone who's a Rotarian typically is a business leader in one way, shape, or form. So similar to the club's founding, to be a good leader, you need to communicate. And the better we are at communicating, the better we can to influence and lead other people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dan. Is there anything else you'd like to add about Toastmasters?
Well, I think, I no longer run hospitals. I was the CEO of the hospital in Effingham and ran 2 hospitals in Iowa before I came back to Illinois. To me, if I was still running a hospital, or if I had a business of any sort with 9 employees or 900 like I had, I would really require everyone in my management team or supervisory role to have at least 2 years in a Toastmasters club. It's very inexpensive. It varies a little bit from community to community, like Rotary, the different
Sure.
organization, different functioning. But I think if nothing else, um, you know, find, or I can help you track down a Rotary Club near your home or your community and go visit one, just like I did. That's probably the best way to learn.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dan. And I know Rotary is very excited that we've partnered with Toastmasters. This is a new to our organization. So if you put your information in the chat, so if somebody wanted to get a hold of you later, they possibly could. Um, there's so many educational courses that's on the Learning Center from Toastmasters, and we're so glad about the partnership. But also, like I said, if you just go ahead and put your information in the chat, and then if somebody wanted to reach out to you later on, they absolutely could.
I'll be happy to do that. And I did share with Julie, there's a flash sheet that lists those 8 programs that are on the My Rotary website. So each of you can get to that. And just like you shared, Margie, those are 15 to 30 minutes long, but they're, full of good nuggets.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again. We appreciate you spending the evening with us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Glad to join you.
Okay, you take care. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Next up, we're going to hear about the Heart of America Rotary Leadership Institute. Whether you are a new Rotarian or a longtime Rotarian, you will learn something from the Rotary Leadership Institute, or RLI. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing 2 Rotarians from District 6040. Both are very active with the Heart of America Rotary Leadership Institute Board of Directors. Both are past district governors on District 6040. Jeff Romine is currently the chairman of the HOA RLI board, and Elizabeth Yusevich is our immediate past Rotary International director. At this time, I'm going to turn the program over to them. So welcome, Jeff and Elizabeth, and thank you for being here this evening.
Thanks so much, Margie. It's good to be with all of you. And Jeff and I are here tonight to tell you about an opportunity that really complements what was discussed about the Rotary Learning Center. This is an inexpensive and very convenient opportunity for new members of clubs to learn more about Rotary and to develop future leaders for clubs. And I have a video to show you, so I'll let that do the talking about this really exciting new opportunity that we have. So hang on with me for a minute while I get things set up, and also make sure that I am sharing the sound, that I'm sharing the sound on my.
Do you want in there, bud? Here.
Let me just make sure I can get to the sound share. And it's on. So let's take a look. Greetings from your colleagues on the Rotary Leadership Institute team in the heart of America. We're excited to launch a new opportunity for Rotary Club members and emerging club leaders in the 31 districts in zones 30 and 31. RLI Heart of America is testing an open registration online pilot of RLI Part 1. RLI is an effective way to level up your leadership skills in Rotary. The heart of RLI is member-to-member connections, and RLI's traditional strength is the in-person sessions that many participating districts offer. Yet many Rotarians are unable to participate in in-person sessions due to time away from family, professional obligations, geographic distance from RLI event locations, or other personal circumstances. As COVID lockdown taught us, sometimes we need other options. Part 1 online is interactive, informative, and convenient. You can participate from your home or workplace on your laptop. Best of all, you can connect and have meaningful conversations with Rotary members across our 31 districts in the heart of America. Interested? Here are the details. RLI Heart of America Online Part 1 will take place on Monday, June 2nd and Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Central Time, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Registration is now open. Part 1 online is open to all Rotary members on a first-come, first-served basis. To register, go to the RLI Heart of America website at the link on your screen, or contact your district RLI coordinator for more information. The registration fee is just $15 per person. If you need more information or registration is filled, contact Online Part 1 coordinator Dan Ryan to be added to a waiting list. And if you need technical assistance with registering, contact RLI Heart of America Registrar, J.D. Rotero. On behalf of the entire RLI Heart of America online pilot team, thank you for your interest. And come join us online for RLI Part 1 in June. We're ready for takeoff. Okay, we are excited about this. District 6040 is sponsoring this pilot. If it's successful, we'll continue with parts 2 and 3. And in the 5 years that District 6040 has been exclusively doing online RLI, we've seen consistent high enrollments in every RLI session that we hold, and we've seen consistently high graduation rates, and more important, consistently high leadership at the club and district level coming from graduates. So with that, I'm going to put this link in the chat. I'll put my email address as well as Jeff's if you have questions. And now Jeff has a few words that he'd also like to say about RLI. Thanks very much for your attention.
And and thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Elizabeth, I did put in my address, email and address, contact information in case you didn't know that. I'm Jeff Romine. I'm chair of the RLI Heart of America, and I'm PDG from District 6040. And I appreciate this opportunity to speak with you. Thank you, Elizabeth, for making that announcement. And what a wonderful presentation. You're going to be my personal videographer of the year, I believe.
No, I'm not.
You already know about Elizabeth and Julie's leadership in Rotary, but I also want you to know that Elizabeth and Julie were essential in District 6040's transformation of its in-person RLI program into a fully online format during the COVID pandemic. Then, a little over a year ago, when the RLI Heart of America board began discussing the possibility of online courses, the three of us were already at the board table. And because of our shared experiences as facilitators in District 6040's online program, we recognized this opportunity to make RLI accessible to more people. And that brings me to the most important question. Do you believe that every district has Rotarians who are hungry to learn about Rotary, who want to strengthen their leadership skills
Yes.
and connect with others?
Yes.
All good. All to make a bigger difference in this world. That is leadership development. But the reality is life is busy and it's cluttered. So let me tell you about one person, and I'm going to use a fictitious name. Her name is Jane, one of our online attendees. Jane is a dedicated Rotarian, a mother, a professional, someone balancing her work and family and raising a 12-year-old trombone player. She had the drive to grow and lead, but giving up an entire Saturday was impossible. Thanks to online RLI, she could still say yes to growth without saying no to her family. Now, that's just one story. I believe we have more like Jane. The important question is, will we design opportunities for these Rotarians, or will we leave them waiting? The RLI board chose to try something new with a pilot project to explore interest in online courses across the division. The first course is now open for registration and will be promoted division-wide. Now, for those of you that may be unfamiliar with RLI, RLI is more than a course. It's a globally respected leadership development program offering 18 hours of facilitated discussion in 3 parts. Each part focuses on Rotary knowledge and leadership skills. Now, directly relating it to today's topic of membership, each part of RLI includes a 1-hour topic dedicated to that subject. In part 1, the topic is engaging members. In part 2, the topic is attracting members. And in part 3, the topic is building a stronger club. The discussions in these sessions are the same conversations that you're having today. Why not use RLI to develop allies in your districts to help you grow Rotary? If you have an underutilized RLI graduate, strive to mobilize them to work on membership. Give them purpose. Your district Rotarians need an effective leadership program. If you have an RLI program, you have a good start. Does it need strengthening? Are you engaging your graduates upon completion of the program? If you do not have an RLI program, should you have one? And I'd be glad to talk with anyone that's interested in starting an RLI program. To conclude, at the end of our days, our success as Rotary leaders will be measured by how well we equip others to lead. Let's make sure we're doing that well. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. And I'm not sure if we have time for questions or not, but if not, we can direct them to Julie, and she can direct them to either Elizabeth or myself. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Jeff and Elizabeth, both of you. I believe you had the slide up with your information, so hopefully they can contact you if they have questions. What an incredible program. It's minimal cost, and you can do it online. You can sit in your own home or maybe on the beach or at your office. You got plenty of opportunity to be a part of that. And like I said, it's at such a reasonable cost with just valuable information. So we hope a lot of you will sign up to that and plan to participate. In fact, I believe our assistant coordinator, Julie McCoy, I believe she's been asked to participate and lead maybe part of section 1. So we look forward to seeing her participate in that. Next, in this next section, I'd like to recap what our membership looks like today. As you might remember, we were growing through the summer and fall months, and then we hit the holidays, and we kind of stalled out because a Rotary Club cleans up their membership list. And then all of a sudden, our numbers kind of started going backwards. But the good news is we're coming back. So that's great. So as of today, April 24th, we were up at 113 members by the zone. So congratulations, that's awesome. And 10 of the 17 districts had a positive growth in numbers. So think about that, 10 out of 17, that's a pretty high percentage. District 5830 is up by 80 members and District 6490 is up by 70. So if District 5830 or 6490, if you're on tonight, give a wave out because we are certainly proud of you and we appreciate what you've been doing. You are definitely our champions. So congratulations to both of you, but also congratulations to everyone. I know we're all striving to increase our membership and we're all striving to do good and grow Rotary. But as we're striving to do so, we're asking for a plus +2 per club or plus 100 per district by the end of June. As we have ways to go, we know that clubs purge their membership as they do in December, and they especially do at the end of June. And we actually need to be bringing twice that number before June 30th. So what can we do to bolster membership between now and the end of June? Well, we have a few options for you. One option is if your district has a membership event, you can get reimbursed up to $250. I hope you're planning an event. The deadline to send in for reimbursement is June 1st. And we have the information displayed, and our tech host, JD, is going to put the flyer in the chat for you to access as well. That's one opportunity. Next, we have a membership contest. To promote the zone membership contest, clubs between months of April and May offer 1 point by bringing someone to a Rotary member or event, 2 points for referring someone to Rotary, and 5 points for adding a new member. And we'll award $250 to the small club, $250 to the medium size, and also $250 to the large club. And the tech host is also JD. He's going to put that information in the chat for you as well. So there is great opportunities for you to try to increase your membership. We hope this will be an incentive. And remember, the deadlines are June 1st. Next, we have the April challenge. As you know, it's all about membership engagement and getting to know each other. So invite someone to your Rotary luncheon. And then the May challenge, of course, summertime, it's all about family. Bring your family members to a Rotary meeting. Any youth that has been involved in the Rotary Youth Program. Maybe have a family event, something with the weather's so nice. Try to bring some of those in and have them join Rotary and spend the day with you. Our May Zoom webinar is going to be all about new club development, specifically champion clubs. We will be joined by Patrick and Laura Carey, who are the go-to people regarding champion clubs. They're going to address the myths, the legends, and the best practices involved in setting up these new clubs. Whether they are pub clubs or after our clubs or an impact club, there are many new clubs starting to use this format and growing Rotary. So we hope you'll be there at the May Zoom event. As you know, these events are 30 minutes in length. We jam-pack them full of information and content. We want to make sure your evening is valuable and the content is a resource that you can utilize later in your Rotary year. So next up, we have Brian Hall. It's an honor to introduce Brian. He's a past district governor, the director-elect for 25-27, and he's going to share information about the Zone Institute and the summer leadership seminars.
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's wonderful to be here with you tonight. Great event. I love these membership seminars. I think these are just fabulous. Huge fan of RLI and of Toastmasters for that matter. I would encourage you to take advantage of those opportunities and encourage the people in your districts and clubs to do so. Also, I'm going to plug the next one because Laura Carey and Patrick Longano are not to be missed. We've got a big emphasis coming up in the next really 2 years about new club creation. And that's going to be a big part of what we do. They're going to launch right into that. So going to be a very worthwhile event. Join us next month. On the Zone Institute, that's coming up in September. Very much looking forward. Well, there are summer leadership seminars. We'll hit that first. Registration for these is open. You'll see the dates, the related locations. Come join us. They're not expensive. They're close to you, easy to get to. Encourage your members to come. This is open to anyone. It does not have to be someone in district leadership. You can bring club members. Anyone that's interested is more than welcome to join us. There's going to be some great information. Our goal is at the end of the day on Saturday, you're going to walk out with a plan for your club, for your district to really move forward in this next Rotary year. So there are a lot of great ideas coming up here. Be sure and register. Register today. The earlier you register, the better. We've got fun events planned for Friday night in each location. It again, just going to be very worthwhile. So come join us. So now, as we move to Columbus, I would invite you to join us in Columbus in September for the Zone Institute. That is going to be a great event. We've got a planning meeting at the end of May, very beginning of June in Columbus. We've already got a couple hundred people registered for that institute, so the crowd's going to be great. Very much looking forward to this institute. I would again encourage your members to come join us. Again, open to anyone. So come join us. We'll have Ian Risley and Ravi Ravindran with us, along with all of the normal host of leaders from our zones that you're accustomed to. So it's going to be magical. Come join us in Columbus in September. And thanks very much for allowing me to speak.
Well, thank you, Brian. We appreciate you being here. And as Brian mentioned, these are once a month and we have them recorded. So if you like to listen to any of the ones since July that they've been recorded, and they are posted on the RI Zone 31-30-31.org website, you can just click on there and go to the specific one. The password and everything is there. You can either listen to the entire content, listen to a part of it, and move on to the next one. They have all those are on there recorded for you to reference at a later date. But now we're going to have Beth Stubbs, and she's our director for 2023-2025, and she's going to do closing remarks there. So welcome, Beth.
Thank you very much, Margie. It's good to be with you all this evening. And these topics are really up my alley because I was in Toastmasters when I was very young. I think it gave me a lot of confidence. It gave me a lot of, I'm just going to say, it helped me tremendously with eye contact, being on time. It's harder to give a short speech than it is to give a long speech. And I'm giving a short speech right now. And I would just say, try to use those items in the Learning Center. It's just a fabulous partnership that we have with Toastmasters, and I don't think we're using it enough.
No,
so I encourage you to
that's not a
use
question of thinking. It's not. So,
Okay,
sorry.
that's okay. And then
I thought I was
also
on mute.
on RLI, I've been facilitating with RLI since we began it in our district a few years ago. I think it has really improved our knowledge base for people in our district. And so I would encourage you to talk to all your people in all your clubs and see if you can get them to participate in RLI. And I think this is a great idea by Elizabeth and Jeff to try to also garner people who maybe don't want to come to the in-person sessions for that. It's a great way for us to build on what we already know about Rotary. And everyone that I have been in touch with at those says, why didn't I know this before? So I encourage you to have them go and get, I encourage you to ask your club to maybe pay for anybody to go. That was one thing we did with my club, was say, we'll pay for anybody to go to RLI 1, 2, and 3 and the graduate course. And we have been very successful in getting folks to go. And lastly, I want to just tell everyone that the board took a decision in April that I'm going to go ahead and tell you about. And that is, Margie Salmons is on here and she's an assistant Rotary coordinator. And Julie is on here and she's the Rotary coordinator. And Kathy's on here as an assistant Rotary coordinator. And the board has decided to now call you Rotary membership coordinators. I think it will clarify the titles for everyone because the other coordinators already have what they do in their title. And so I want to tell you tonight that will go to the assistants too. It will be assistant Rotary membership coordinator. So we hope that this will be helpful. The reason that we did this is that this has been successful in the foundation part of our Rotary Foundation coordinators. They have their foundation is in their name. Also the public image people have public image in their name. And so we felt like this would be helpful to you, that you didn't have to explain who you are and what you're doing. So one of those things for the G line, I will just tell you that it has been optional in the past to have people in your district committees for membership in the areas of attraction, engagement, and new club development. And RI would like you to now make those positions permanent. So think about who in your area you would like to have in those positions for next year. And so that's attraction, engagement, and new club development. And with that, I thank you for allowing me a few minutes tonight, and I appreciate the topics that you presented. Thank you, and carry on.
Thank you very much, Beth. And so looking forward to the new name, because I would agree sometimes you had to explain it for people to understand. So that's going to be a major clarification. I think it's going to help everyone. And back to the RLI, it's very inexpensive. So please make sure that you actually try to attend that. So again, we want to thank you all for being here. Thanks to Beth Stubbs. Thanks to Brian Hall, Jeff Romaines, Elizabeth Yusevich, Dan Woods, our tech host, JD, and to everyone that's been here this evening, but especially a thank you to Julie McCoy, our Rotary coordinator. She's the one that really puts all this together and makes this happen. And we just participate, and it's such a magical membership webinar. And then they've been going on since July 1. So thank you, Julie, for all your efforts and energy you put in these each and every month to make them valuable, worthwhile, and very resourceful. And everyone has had very positive input and comments about them. So thank you, Julie, again, for all your hard work. So for that, thank you again for being here. We appreciate you as Rotarians, and have a great rest of the month and enjoy the rest of your evening. So thank you very much, and continue to grow Rotary.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thanks for having me.
Good night, folks.
Good night.